The Entrepreneur of the Year. They're people in the Northwest who create exciting and innovative business models. Here's one you should know.
I am Larry Graff, president and founder of Glacier Bay Catamarans in Monroe, Washington. Well, Glacier Bay is a company that builds power catamarans. Well, I guess our mission here is to give a customer more than he expected. You know, the product is certainly very good, but the attitude and the way you want to work with your customers to give them more than they hope for, I think is a big part of why the company's been able to grow so quickly. You know, for me, the best thing about being an entrepreneur and starting the company has been putting together a team of people that have that vision and that dream. A lot of times we'll meet customers at boat shows and, you know, they buy a boat. It's the next boat show. Very often they'll come back and say, wow, you know, you guys have just changed my life. I mean, I can't believe how much more fun boating is. This is some high-speed accelerometer testing that was done down in the Keys with a major magazine. As we get going, we're running in 6-foot seas at 31 miles an hour downwind. The blue line is the power catamaran. The red line is the premium quality monohull boat. You can see in the smaller waves there isn't all that much difference in the way they track, but when you hit the larger waves, a 6-footer or a 5-footer or a 4-footer, there's a big impact difference. That's that amazing noise and slamming that you feel in a monohull running at high speeds in heavy seas. And the displacement power catamaran simply doesn't do it. Much, much more comfortable, much drier, much safer feeling in heavy seas. Dramatic, the difference. Here we're again testing. This is trolling into a head sea at 6 knots. It's 4 to 6 foot seas and it's a quartering head sea. The difference between the two, again, Glacier Bay is the blue line, very stable. The red line is the monohull. That monohull is going to move around a lot. It's a deep V, which allows it to run fast in rough water, hurt its stability when it's at trolling speeds. It's going to rock around a lot, and you can see that dramatic difference here between a Glacier Bay and a monohull. And this is real significant when you go out and fish all day long. This extra motion and the aggressiveness of the motion is going to make a big difference in how comfortable you are and the seasick motion that you're going to get or not get, the monohull versus a power cat. The seasick motion is really mostly felt when you are at these trolling speeds, and it's dramatic, the differences in comfort level with a power catamaran. Hi, I'm Larry Graff, president and founder of Glacier Bay Catamarans. The company we started in 1987 has grown a great deal over the last number of years. We're actually the fastest growing premium sport fishing boat company in the country right now. We're also the largest catamaran builder in the world. So a lot of growth, a lot of success. I think that's really stems from the fact that the company's expectations for its products and the expectations for how we treat our customers are quite a bit far higher than the average boat company. We want to make you happy long term with your boat. We want to make sure that it's every aspect of the boat holds up long term, and that, you know, 2 years, 4 years down the road, you're really still delighted with your boat. 10 years down the road, you're still proud you bought a Glacier Bay. That's a really tall request that most boat companies don't really spend much time thinking about. Here you can see what we've done, where we've added on a full keel underneath in fiberglass, and it tapers down to a stainless steel sandbar that it would direct any logs or debris underneath the prop. And then your shaft and your strut and your prop are all protected from debris in the water. This is important for the customers that are, you know, down in the Bahamas, where they may occasionally hit a sandbar. You know, up in the Northwest and in Alaska, we're hitting logs all the time. And in different areas of the country, everybody has their own thing they occasionally hit. And this makes that impact basically a non-event. Okay, here we are with a hull that's just been gel coated. This is that very expensive UV stabilized ISO NPG gel coat that we use. You'll notice the back side of this is very smooth and very proud. No drips and no runs. Most companies, again, it's buried in the laminate. They don't really care about what it looks like. But what you'll find is that if you have a whole bunch of drips in the back side of the laminate, when you go and try and laminate over it, you'll have air voids in between those drips, and later on you'll have cracks and problems for the customer. The other thing those drips will do is the material shrinks more in the thicker section of the drip, so the outside cosmetics don't come out nearly as well. This is where all the big fiberglass parts come in, and the first thing they do when they come in is they'll go into this bay right here, which is a very large grind room. And the guys will spend about 45 minutes with a series of different grinders and actually ride every square inch of that surface and knock any of those fiberglass burrs off. Then they'll vacuum all that up and come back and spray with a little bit of base coat in any of the areas where a customer would have access to it, and we'll put machinery and bilge pumps and things like that. Here we are in our small parts reading area. This is a really important part of the boat building process. A lot of boat companies will take these small parts and very quickly put them up on the boats and try to build the boat and the small parts all together. And what we find is that it tends to wear the inside of the boat out. So our goal here in small parts is to build these small components with every single bit of hardware, all the wiring, all the hatches, all the carpet, every detail that we can possibly do down on the floor on a level surface away from the boat is done here. Once it's all completed, then we take it over and put it up on the boat. Okay, here we've moved a little bit farther down the assembly line. The guys have started getting ready to put the engines on. The upholstery is starting to come across from the upholstery shop in front of the boat. These rolling bench assemblies are a neat way to keep the tools from banging around on the floor of the boat and to have exactly what the guys need right next to them when they're working on the boat. So just another step in the process. After the engines will go on, we'll begin a process that we call PDI, or pre-delivery inspection. For the engines, it's about a 4-page list of items that we check and inspect. For the boat, it's a 5-page list and includes quite a bit of water testing, where we'll fill the water tank, fill the hulls with water, and test the bilge pumps. We'll actually go into the inside of the boat and spray the hull deck joint with a high-pressure hose to see if any water leaks. We'll tape off the through hulls on the outside and fill the through hulls with water and make sure that they hold water. So a whole variety of inspection, testing kind of processes. The goal is to get the boat 100% right before it leaves the factory. I hope you enjoyed your plant tour, and I'm sure you'll enjoy your Glacier Bay. Thank you.